All right, so this is a little different. This is just going to be a shorter one-on-one with me and Artie, who is going to play Leona, and we're just going to kind of run through what she was doing in the events of 7 and 8 while she was training up the guard. This is set to come out before the ninth episode, so you'll be caught up on everyone's stories and ready for the finale. So I'll set a little bit of a start of a scene and just just chime in when you feel like Leona would say something. Um, so it's about midday. The night before, there had been a whole scenario with some doppelgangers, and while your guard were a bit slow to the upkeep, your friends or acquaintances, I'm not sure, managed to deal with the problem fairly well thanks to the help of Rue, a paladin Goliath, who maybe you've met before, I'm not sure. Um, there's been a bit of a push from you to train up the guard now that Zagreus is out doing his own thing with Sylvester, Nath, and Lena, and you have been left with a fairly incompetent fighting force. It's midday, and since the crack of dawn, you've had them out there doing. I don't know. What would you have them be doing in a typical training day?
It's really just the Mulan montage. But we, I think we'd start with just seeing exactly how bad they are. Just,
Mm-hmm.
put on your armor, run a lap around whatever field hopefully Zag has set up, see if they're agile at all, toss them a few weapons, see if they catch the weapons, because if they don't, that's already bad. Not quite the if you
Mm-hmm.
can dodge a sword, you can dodge a ball, but just tossing them a sword and seeing what happens if they can actually grab the handle.
Yeah.
Wheeling out a few of Zag's fabled dummies, the ones he's very proud that he can hit, and seeing if they can hit them.
All right. So I rolled 3 times. So that was a 7, 5, and 17. So they were not great at the running and armor thing. They did catch the weapons, and they are not doing great with the dummies.
So if I put them in one place, they might be able to hit something that comes by, but they are definitely
Yes.
not chasing after an intruder.
No. Chasing is not the strong suit, especially in the heavy plate mail that they're in.
Oh, she just watches all of this happen, and the stumbling and the tripping and the complete lack of any coordination, and just like rubs the bridge of her nose. Just, we have so much to do. And I'm pretty sure she can feel the headache coming on, but it's a job that needs to be done. And she's also making a small mental list of all the things she's going to yell at Zag when he comes back.
All right. So you had told. I'll just say that you had told them that the first day, or maybe not first. This is probably we'll do a little bit of a skip. Say this is a couple of days in. Zach had left you a small list of things, including like the typical day training time that they usually let out about 3 in the afternoon. It's about that time. I don't know if you're going to be loyal to it, or if you're just going to say nope, keep going.
Did they do well that morning? Or is this they're all looking like they were half-assing it and then want to escape now?
Let me roll something. Holy shit, the dice are in their favor. They did all right. It's been a few days, and they're kind of getting the hang of the whole running thing. You would definitely see improvement. I'd say on a scale of 100, they went from a 30 to an 80. Totally not because I rolled 2d100s.
All right, that's pretty good. She's actually slightly impressed at this sudden spike, but that also comes with the thought, wow, if Zag had bothered training him for, 2 days, we might not have had that other trouble. It's basically the better they do in training, the more she's judging Zag. Just sitting there like that thirsty boy.
Yep. All right. So it's about the end of the day, and so they've jumped from 30 to 80. So would you say you're gonna probably let them out on the well and appointed time?
Yeah, as they start to leave, the final test is she's gonna go find basically they're like hacky sacks where yeah, not quite rocks, but not quite balloons. And on the way out, shout a single warning and then just start pelting them.
Okay.
Just to
What do
see
you?
how they
What do you?
react, if any of them dodge.
Okay. Okay. So it's not so much there's a set thing you want from them, but you just want to make sure they don't get hit by a surprise barrage.
Especially with a shouted warning. She just wants to see if, like, oh, I don't know, an assassin came by and tried to punch someone, if they would stand there and be punched, or if they would react and maybe do the guardly thing of defending
Yeah.
themselves.
Wow. Dice are continuing to love them. Rolled a d20, got a 17. So I think there's a few stumblers, but they're probably new. But for the most part, like the guys in the nearest back put up their shields to block the others, and the others kind of dip in a sort of zigzagging formation to make sure they don't get hit.
She just nods at them. Like, all right, bang on. And then sort of shoos them away.
All right, as they leave, you just hear one of them just go, "Oh my god!" and just freak out, especially as they get hit in the back of the head. This is one of the outliers. It was 17. It wasn't perfection. um,
She takes a note of that one, just like, oh, that's a weak one. We're not going to put him in charge of anything important.
So you're looking at Zagreus's list for today, and there's a little like note scrawled in the back. It's just like, "Hey, remember during the party we talked about visiting that one guy. My usual extra training time with him is on Wednesday. You may notice he hasn't been coming, and that's because I don't have him show up for reasons.
Not
Zahar,
vague and foreboding at all. Thanks, Zag.
he drew a little like picture of a guard on fire and like stick figure.
Oof.
He's like, he kind of draws a makeshift map that you can make out. I'd say you could figure it out to where he would live, and just be like, you know, just make sure you visit him sometime this week. Yeah, I know today is the day we let them out a bit early, so today might be a good day for it. Otherwise, whatever.
Does he draw himself shrugging in a little emoji on the bottom?
No, I just think whatever was written kind of italics. Like he drew it like he wrote a little the way you would write something in italics.
There's so much sass in that slant, Zag. I see it.
And then like in small font in the like underneath, go easy on the kid. He's doing his best.
Her eyes just narrow. She's like, oh, we'll see. And also, as soon as Zag was gone, I just want to point out she 100% went through his weapons, went through his armor, and started looking for anything that would look cool and be useful, and was just going nuts with it.
All right. Okay. Then I'll have you roll for this, because if you roll well, I'll throw a bone. Just roll me a d20 and add. I would say I guess sleight of hand in some sense. Like
she's not like stealing. She just wants something that looks cool and makes her look official. Like if he asked, she would put it back. Like she's clearly gonna wear it out where people can see it.
Gotcha. So it's less. Let me take cool things from the armory, and more let me have something that looks like I'm interim captain of the guard.
That, and she wants to play with like shiny new weapon toys that she doesn't
That's
normally
fair.
get.
All right, then still, just roll d20 and add whatever. Maybe intelligence. I guess intelligence. Like, gotta know which things can work for you. You know. I guess that works. I'm just trying to think of how to make this happen.
Well, it didn't go super well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whopping 10.
10 is a pass. You don't find anything magnificent. You get the sense that Zag probably took some stuff when he left. But
Trying to impress the new beau.
but he has like there's like a gold plated helmet that kind of looks like Centurion. Oh, that kind of works. While you're wearing it, I'll say that your AC goes up by 1. It's not spectacular, but it's neat. And it looks very neat. It's more ornate, but it does its job to some extent. There's also probably like a cool outfit that, while like not inherently practical, looks very flashy.
Yeah, she'll take it just for shits and giggles.
All right.
Like, why not? It's new.
Yeah, I love this image now of her just like in the armory room, just walking, like doing like an over exaggerated march and just like looking at herself in the mirror in this outfit.
She's also just like tossing things, like picks up a helmet, looks at it and like, nah, throws it over her shoulder. Just digging through this probably not super well organized pile of stuff.
Yeah, I think because this is all sort of connected to the castle, and Elian is probably the one who let you in the room, is just standing there as you're throwing things, just like, all right, this is fine. Like, you could just sense the urge to comment coming from this sassy old man, but he says nothing.
Oh, every so often she's going to yell things at him. Like, she's going to pick up a really ugly sword and she's like, why do you have this? It's ornamental. And just like throws it.
I'm going to roll just to see how well he dodges on the whole. He rolled a 15, so he's able to dodge most of the lethal things.
She just tosses them behind her a little too aggressively.
Yep. Like, I just imagine as you throw that sword, he just has to like jolt a bit to the right, and as it just hits a wall, and he's just like, oh god. And he's giving you the of like, are you ready now? Are we good? Are you done?
Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. She just takes whatever she found.
All right, so you got that helmet, you got that cool outfit, and I'll say you got like your side sword, just the regular rapier, is it? I don't remember. Or short sword.
The short sword.
Yeah, I imagine you found one that's similar but looks a bit cooler, and I'll come up with how it helps in a bit. I gotta just mentally come up with something. But yeah, you found like a cooler side sword and probably just a bit more flashy, and the new outfit, and you just sort of march on out. And Hellion just looks in this room and just goes, "It's a wonder Caleb can find his way through this place." Turns off like whatever magic light is in there and closes the door behind him. And as like he's walking you out, he's like, "I'm sure you have other things to attend to. You're a very busy woman." So I will make sure that the guards are informed of the start time tomorrow, and you can be on your way.
Remind them if they're late, they get the special training. And she just glares at him.
Just, the concern meme? Like, that is
a Skeletor concern meme.
All right, I will inform them. She
does wink a little bit, though.
He's just like, well, it was a pleasure as always, Leona. I so love it when you rifle through the armory.
Can you get better stuff next time?
I am almost certain His Majesty does not want to deal with war things at the moment, but I will ask him if we have enough to splurge on additional unused weaponry.
Never hurts to be prepared. You can't rely on your current crew.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been made very well aware from that of you this past week.
They'll be in ship shape soon enough. But, you need more than one big tiefling with a sharp sword.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will...
If you can find more than one tiefling, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. He's just like, all right, I will keep that in mind. And, like, he's trying to close the door. Like, have a great afternoon, and see you tomorrow.
She just watches him just unflinchingly close the door. Bye. See you again. You can't escape me.
You just hear the sounds of like his cane going through like the empty halls of the castle, and like it's quiet, it's normal, it's normal, it's normal. Sprint.
Man, in her downtime, can she train Ernest to just pull pranks on him?
Oh yes. Oh, you and Ernest have been getting along magically. He's loved every second of sitting on your shoulder while the guards are running and panting and like doing laps and crying. And he just like if there's one who's falling asleep, he'll put his tail under their nose.
Ernest is the sweet shoulder cat that she always wanted.
I think there's one point where Caleb just like walks up to you and is just like, "How do you get Ernest to behave somewhat?"
Well, first off, you never tell a woman or a cat what to do. And we both just look at him.
I feel like you're trying to I feel like I'm being called out here, but I don't understand why.
Nah, it's a way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And she just scratches Ernest under the chin.
He's just like, I'll keep that in mind. Ernest, even though they're very happy with you, flitters off to Caleb and just keeps just spinning in circles the way like a fly might, you know?
Playing favorites again.
He probably does a few circles around you too, but yeah. As it just sort of floats in the middle, Caleb's just like, well, Nellian saw you off. I think he probably met you in like the little courtyard right outside the castle, and Ernest came over and just, you know, did a little zip. It's like, well, you've been doing real well. On the one hand, it's concerning how little my guards comprehend about guarding.
Guarding, holding the swords on the right end, being on the proper side of the bow. You don't hold the string and let go of the wood part. She just starts listing things on her finger.
You just see his face grow from like neutral smile to just more and more concern.
Where did you find these people again?
They volunteered. I don't like the whole, forcing someone to join the military thing. Not really my dig. Feels dictatory.
Yeah, I can see, but discipline. Just might want to push that a little bit, just a little.
Just a little. Yeah. I feel you. I just don't like being like my dad.
Do you like being shot at?
No, that is equally bad in my mind. So I think you do have a valid point. All right. So question. How is Shira in your home? I ask because the last 3 days while you were working, they showed up at the castle, knocked on the door 37 times, and until I finally opened it, and then just started screaming about how the tavern is, and I quote, the worst thing to happen to her since being a ghost.
Aw, she doesn't like being my roommate.
No,
she's like completely like the mocking just like drips off of her voice.
He's like, I'm sure you're not the problem. I think the problem is everything else.
Well, I gave her the bed. Can't really do much about the smell or the noise.
She has mentioned quite a few times about drunk flirtation from people she would rather not speak to.
I went over the danger zones of where the most pissed people sit. She doesn't listen really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've gathered that much.
But it's this or mean locks. So really, her choice.
Yeah, I don't think she really has a choice, does she? He kind of smiles, just like she's always kind of, been in charge of everything. As much as I, am a bit of a fan, I have to admit, watching her squirm like this is a little amusing.
It's hilarious. You're allowed to say.
It is incredibly hilarious. It's like a comedy show every morning. It's amazing.
Oh, you should see. I wake up first. I go down, do the exercises. Earn my keep by tossing out all the drunkards still around. They appreciate that kind of thing. She comes down after and catches the back end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the look on her face.
I could only imagine. Ugh, I kind of wish I was there. I will make a note to show up early into the tavern tomorrow and get breakfast and watch.
Just throw some disguised self. I can maybe wake her up a little earlier to catch the worst of the worst. You can get a real show.
Ooh, that'll be fun. All right, I'll keep that in mind. He just smiles and just goes, though, if it gets unbearably bad, we can talk about maybe getting the two of you someplace bigger. I think she's all but abandoned the old town rooms at this point.
That's fair. I could probably clean it out, but something a little nicer, a little quieter would be appreciated.
Maybe like a cabin in the woods or something. That'd be nice.
Can you picture Shira in the woods?
Oh god! As soon as I said it, I realized what I said.
Have you seen her when she sees a bug or a rat?
Rat, no. Bug, possibly.
Not a mean lock. Just a regular.
No, yeah, just a fly. Oh, I've seen that.
A little cockroach.
Yeah. Come the summer months, they end up in here a little bit. Big castle, it'd be just. Oh, it's amusing. Again, big fan, love her to pieces. My God, is it hilarious?
Hey, I'm contractually obligated to protect her, which I do very well. Mm-hmm. But seeing the prissy, seeing that crumble when you see day-old drunkard vomit, worth it.
Oh, I could imagine. And I'm assuming that the pay is pretty great.
It's passable. Still need to save a little to get some new, basically all of this. And she just gestures at the armor she took.
He's like, oh, wow, I haven't seen that in ages.
Where's it from? It's pretty shiny.
Yeah, it was more ceremonial. Nothing too bad. It wasn't really for combat, but it looks very good on you.
Aw, charmer.
He's like, I kind of have to be sometimes.
Fair enough.
All right, well, I will leave you to whatever you gotta do. As much as sharing stories would be so fun, I think I can wait until tomorrow morning for that.
That's true. Try not to get stabbed or shot.
He's just running down the list. Stab, shot, gotcha. I mean, I did show last night that I can fend for myself. I mean, I did survive poisoning and then pull out a gun on some doppelgangers, but that's just how it be.
We're going to have to talk about the gun later. It's a weapon of cowards. We're going to teach you how to use a sword.
He's like, I mean, yeah, it's a bit more ceremonial. I'm already a ranged fighter. Getting into a whole other minutia is just, a bit much. Got a lot of other stuff to worry about.
All right, you do you. But
no, I see where you're coming from. I don't like pulling it out all too often. Just, sometimes when you're wearing a rogue mask and you look dapper as fuck, it sometimes kind of just comes out.
Oh, so you only pull it out on special occasions when you're feeling fancy.
Or, when you're killing hordes of the doppelgangers. It's been a weird couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm pretty new here, but y'all are putting on a show.
You could say that. I promise you it's not always like this, but I'm almost certain if you have a week or so of nothing to do, it'll actually be scarier than the Mean Lock Horde.
Well, I'm not a fan of boring, so this is fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll let you go. It's been fun, and believe me, watching my guards simmer is also amusing. And Shira simmering is incredibly amusing. Just don't tell her I said that.
Is that my side gig now? Just lighting fires under everyone's arses?
Oh, if I mean, light away. It's been amusing to watch. I don't
Oh,
always get the chance to be, a bit loose. I'm always very either reserved and gotta. I'm always either super reserved and gotta just act like a prince, or I'm being hurt, or maimed, or shot at, or poisoned, or you get the gist.
it's a tough life. You remind me of someone. It's good to see you're doing pretty well though.
Thanks. If you ever need to talk about anything, you know where I am.
She just does like the one-handed finger gun.
Mm-hmm. He kind of turns back and just goes, "Thank you again," and heads back. So you're probably heading back to your place, or are you gonna go straight to where Zach told you? Basically, I'm asking, are you gonna pick up Shira on the way to go to this place?
Yeah, why not? I think she'd go rescue her from the bar, at which she's probably practicing, but tiptoeing around every spilled drink puddle and groaning as everyone hits on her. I just gotta go save her from that and take her to possibly a more dangerous area.
I like to imagine as you walk in, you just see Throgmorton just go, "Thank whatever god you worship."
Not really my thing, but I appreciate the sentiment. Where is
Well,
she?
upstairs, she has not left her room, has been demanding that I bring food to her. Uh, I've never been one for room service, but she was willing to pay me an extra 5 gold under the table, and hey man, half-orcs gotta eat.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're in similar boats. All right, and then she
Yeah,
just
she has not left that room. Something about the horror.
oh, what did she say? Was it that little drunken gnome who comes in and drops his
Mm-hmm.
trousers? Was it
Oh
him?
yeah, every time it is like clockwork. Oh, it is amazing in all the worst ways.
Did you even see his little jig when he gets up on the counter?
Oh no, I spared her from that much.
You gotta start hitting him with a broom when he does that. Just
Oh, I've taken to the frying pan.
that's better. That's better.
Yeah. Nothing beats watching him try to start dancing and then end up unconscious on some other asshole's table. It is amazing.
Hey, if they throw him out, that saves me the trip.
Hmm. Yeah, she's upstairs. I don't. It's been hours. I'm honestly not sure if she's alive right now. There's just been intermittent screaming. Or that might be her practicing. Actually, I am not sure. Not really into the whole grunge aesthetic. But I mean, it's how she gets a living. So I'm not gonna judge.
All right, do you have anything fancy behind the counter that I could bring up to her? Maybe coax
Yeah,
her from the safe space of the closet.
that's where she is.
It's a safe panic room. Don't have the heart to tell her. It doesn't really have a back. There's a big missing place. You need to work on this place.
Oh yeah.
Infrastructure, please.
Mm-hmm. It's coming. Tatiana was more interested in getting a scrying stone in here for her stories at
Great. Well,
first.
you'll be able to see the future of the roof caving in on you.
Yeah, no, she doesn't for that. You know how some people like use the stone at certain intervals to put on like plays and stuff?
Oh, that
Uh,
sounds fancy.
Yeah, it is. She uses one to catch up on, and I kid you not, the literal trashiest thing I've ever seen. Have you ever wanted to see a human woman bitch for an hour about something that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme. Apparently, she's addicted to it.
Well, if she came upstairs, she could hear an Aethril bitch about everything that doesn't matter.
Oh, and she would get to do it for... Actually, no, knowing Shira, she would absolutely charge.
Oh, that's true. The walls are paper thin, though. If you don't mind not seeing, you could still hear the show for free.
That's true. All right, yeah. He just hands you a bottle of, like, probably some wine or something. He's just like, yeah, it's whatever, take it. I'm not much of a wine person, so go for it. Yeah, just go for it. I'm sure she'll appreciate or whatever.
I think she usually like swings by a bakery or something for something fancier on the way back, but she was just like too distracted with the armor today.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, I'm sure Throg has something she'll take.
Yeah. He's just like, I don't know what Shira likes, to be honest with you, nor do I care to know. I think the only person who would have it documented religiously is our dear old prince.
Should have asked him.
You should have.
Well. Yeah, maybe next time. If I remember. Unlikely.
Yeah. He just shrugs and just goes, yeah, here, you got the key, all that jazz. When will we be seeing you for the typical fair tonight?
When's her performance? Is she performing tonight, or is it someone else?
I don't know, man. The person who's supposed to keep the schedule is Basil, but yeah.
When the sun goes down and the weirdos come out, I'll be here.
As always, and believe me, it's appreciated. All right, have a time.
I'll try not to let her go too crazy.
All right. He then
just
goes,
kidding. No one can stop that storm.
Before you go, I know she performed last night, and almost everything was great. I say almost because not usually a fan of our own getting stabbed. Wasn't you? It was someone in the audience, and they just were a bit stab happy. That ring any bells?
Wait, they were doing the stabbing or being stabbed?
Oh, doing all the stabbing. Something about, I don't know, something about wanting to get in front.
Oh, aggressive fan?
I mean, maybe. Kind of looked like Shira. Figured it was like a really weird relative.
Oh, I'll keep an eye out for that. I think I might know who you're talking about. Maybe might have seen him. Yeah, just stay away from that. That's a whole lot of trouble, we'll say.
I got the sense. Yeah, especially with the whole licking the knife afterward thing.
Don't we have a rule about checking your weapons at the door for this particular reason?
Yeah, I know, which was what confused me. It's almost like either she had it real close, like concerningly close to her person, or like maybe I should check up on Steve, our bouncer.
Check on Steve. That's my theory. We're gonna have to start patting people down now.
Mm-hmm,
do you have anyone who can cast heat metal at will?
I mean, when Rowan's hanging out,
she might. She might feel bad the first time it actually works.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, it's a backup, we'll say.
Yeah.
I'll
ask
her
about it next time she shows up. Yeah. Sorry about that. Again, reasons why Throg should just sort of live here now, because that was supposed to be under Tatiana's point of review, and, well,
We'll work on it. It's a work in progress, we'll see.
Yeah, it's trying. Tati's been weird since Zag left. First the doppelganger bullshit, and then when she came back, she was like kind of surprised that her son was out of the town.
Does she know why he's out of the town?
I don't think she'd give a shit.
Oh, she wouldn't be happy for him?
I mean, she might be happy for him, but I don't think she'd care too intensely. Like, lives his own life,
Weird. Well, he'll probably be back in a few days when he's had his fill, we'll say. And she shrugs.
He's just like, yeah, you may want to Shira now. I hear screaming again.
All right. And then, yeah, she just walks up the stairs and doesn't even knock. This is her room. She just sort of like kicks the door open and is just, are you making a holy show of yourself?
You just hear in the closet, is he gone?
Who now?
Creepy gnome guy showed his, you know.
His little doppelganger?
I hate you.
Nah. Don't worry, he doesn't come out until it gets dark.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, as much as I've loved my closet hour, or I don't know how long I've been in here, to be completely honest with you, I may have locked myself in my panic.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah, see, usually the doors here don't work for shit. So much to my surprise, the dingiest one of them is the one that still works.
Can't you just use your ghostly whatever to poof through it?
I could, but I can only do that so many times a day, and really, it just did not seem worth it. Plus, that would imply having to leave the safety of the comfort closet, and I don't think I'm ready for that emotionally. Well, wasn't ready for that. Something about the fourth spiders now touched my arm, and I think I'd rather die than stand in here again.
All right. And she walks over, unlocks it, and kind of puts the wine behind her back just for a second, and gestures broadly the room like, Your Majesty, your living quarters. Doubled in size.
Leona, you have been so very happy about this, haven't you?
It's kind of amazing. Just gonna say, you are literally trapped in the closet.
I'll have you know I'm very open to people I trust about the way I feel romantically, and I'm going to end it there.
All right. Not an insult per se, just really funny. Here, look, no hard feelings. And she pulls out the wine and hands it to her. I brought you a treat.
She looks at it and was like, yesterday it was bagels, the day before it was donuts, and the day before that, you brought a cake that said, welcome to hell.
I'm nothing if not honest.
Mm-hmm. There was a little art of a ghost getting shot.
Well, you had to become a ghost somehow. You can't die if you're already dead.
All right, look, I do appreciate it, and believe me, this is going to be gone tonight.
But, it's been that kind of day.
Yeah, for sure. How are things with the whole trying to make kids play with the big boys going?
Oh, they're terrible, but they're slightly less terrible than yesterday.
Well, that's all you can ask for.
Really, I just want them to do their jobs. That's all I want. Just be less bad.
That's fair, but they are being run by Prince Fanboy, so I don't know what you expected.
Oh, he's nice. He's a little soft, we'll say, but he's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Could be worse. He could be like your little gnome friend.
I give him that much. Just like there's probably like a cup or something in here that she just grabs and just instantly just opens the bottle in seconds and just pours herself a incredibly large glass and just drinks of it and is just like, okay, donuts I get for sympathy. Cake I get for the humor. But 40s in a row, Leona, seems off. What do you want?
Do you not like carbs?
Oh, no, it's not that. Actually, I'm trying to cut down on that, but not important. I can tell when you need something. And I guess I do owe you, even though this is far from my preferred living conditions. It does beat every night trying a group of little fucks trying to turn you into a bug. So,
Well, I did offer to kill them for you. They were not a lot of trouble. They're pretty pathetic. Could probably take them out. But now
yeah,
that
but
you mention it, if you could, use all of your strings and your highfalutin powers and maybe find a place for us to live that doesn't suck. Just a thought, maybe.
she nods a bit and just is like, go talk to the prince. He'll probably work out something for us. Much as I hate to admit it, it is a very useful arrangement.
If you got it, use it. And I'll
Guess
bring
so.
you cupcakes tomorrow.
Oh, Leona, you get it. All right. What do you want?
You want to go on a walk where there probably aren't drunken people? Nobody.
You see her eyes like light up, and she's just like, I don't think I've seen anything but drunken people and you and Caleb for the last week. God Almighty, I need to get out of here.
Fair warning, there might be bugs and animals, but it is outside.
Bugs don't show you their doppelganger.
Well, you'd have to look really closely to see it, but yeah, close enough.
Mm-hmm. All right. A walk is not the worst concept. Let's do it. She then just is about to walk out, and she's just like, actually, quick. She just like starts backing off into probably the connected bathroom. It's just like, damn it. And she closes the door and just goes, damn it. And now I need the closet when I'm out of it. And I don't want to walk back in there because I know I will get myself locked back in because that is the luck the Raven Queen has bestowed on me tonight. All right, Leona, could you do me a favor and just grab something that's not this?
Wait, what? What does she
I
need?
just need a different outfit. I've been wearing this the last 2 days, and I quite honestly would rather die than go outside looking like this. So,
Oh, you had to go in the jacks to realize that. Okay. She strolls into the closet, very careful to have it not close behind her.
mm-hmm.
And even if it does, she's going to beat that door down. What are
Yeah.
the options?
It ranges from practical to are you kidding me in terms of like wearableness. There are quite a few that are just sort of a typical black look with the pretty cool cape and the whole white fur around the shoulders. That's sort of her main go-to. I think just some variant of that will just do nicely because she's probably been wearing just casual clothing, and maybe this is the first time you ever saw this, like the first night you guys had to room, that she has a set of ghost pajamas.
Of course she does.
That absolutely killed her to show the first time, but it's been a few days, and it's like at this point, Leona probably knows things about Shira's habits that she would take to the grave. So she's probably chill about it at this point.
Oh, that's okay. She also knows what she's getting her for her birthday or solstice. Like she after seeing that, she was like, I got this.
All right, so yeah, just probably her typical look is gonna suffice.
What's in the are you kidding category?
Stuff with lights attached to it, definitely like performance outfits, and her half-finished Raven costume.
Oh, we can't mess that one up. I think she bundles the normal outfit in one hand, but then takes a big old handful of "Are you kidding me?"
just opens the bathroom door and just hands them all, and she's just like, "Oh, ha ha," and takes the normal ones. It's like, be out in a minute, and then we'll go on this fucking walk.
Are you sure? I mean, with the lights, I'll be able to find you wherever.
Mm-hmm. She's just like, I think I can, Leona. This has been hell, but I'll have you know, I did nearly kill 3 kobolds, so I think I can handle myself.
Nearly?
Andre had to stab one, but that's besides the point.
That seems like it carries a lot of the killing power in the stab.
I'll have you know, they all were knocked prone from one power cord. I was kind of badass.
Kinda. It's a start. And she just pats her on the back. Do you have your panic whistle just in case?
I told you we don't talk about that. She closes the door.
She's like, mm-hmm.
In about, I think she said that she'll be ready in a few minutes, which is Shira talk for put on a show or read a book for a while, because this is going to take some time.
How long does it take to put on your face?
She's just like, with a face like this, a while.
It's one color.
Now that's just rude. She opens the door. It's just like, all right, let's go. Before I change my mind.
Sorry, I have to go find my cane. It's been so long. Think I have arthritis?
She's just like giving you a glare and just grabs her guitar and just goes, because you never know. And just opens the door and just goes, how cool are we with, as I leave, flipping off the entire tavern? Is that okay? Is that not okay?
You know, follow your little ghostly heart.
She's just like, I'm just saying, if I see another gnome down there, regardless of if it's a man or Talia, let's be real, they're getting the bird.
A little racist.
Oh, no, I mean exclusively him or Talia.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I know her name, Leona. I get it. I don't know how many times I need to be told it for it to sink in. Is she hitting on me? Is she just trying to bring up conversation? I'll never know.
When someone's that pissed, it's really all the same.
You got a point. But, okay, as they're leaving, she just goes, does Talia live here too? Because I don't see her anywhere else.
Not in any of the places you're supposed to live, but no one really checks under the bar or under the tables or under the stage.
Ah, gotcha. You think Throgmorton would have kicked her out by now?
As long as she's paying.
I guess that's fair. She just goes, taverns aren't, the most established establishments, if you get my drift.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could tell by all of our tiny scuttling roommates. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
She's just like, I still don't understand why you name them.
Because they came in a pair. Cheese and crackers. The rats. They're adorable.
Are you sure you're willing to let go of cheese and crackers if we do move out?
They'll still live here. I can visit them. Unless you want me to take them with us.
If they're in a box and, maybe 2 or 3 floors underneath, then we'll talk.
I think we have to cure Crackers as rabies first.
Crackers as rabies?
There was a little bit of foam. Couldn't really tell if it was beer or rabies.
I may need to see a cleric. Great. Awesome.
If he's around in a week, we'll know.
I guess then we'll know. I guess you're right. She then just goes, I'm probably going to see a cleric anyway. Just to be safe.
You probably should. Didn't you have that rash?
Hey, remember what I said about things we don't talk about?
I said it quietly. She just sort of walks by her. It's like, okay, yeah, all right.
Especially as they're walking out. I think you guys are still walking throughout this whole conversation. She's like, okay, I'll bite. Where are we going?
So, not entirely sure. Zag left a little bit of a treasure map, but instead of treasure, it might be a disaster. Not sure.
Joy. I haven't had enough of those.
She takes out his letter and just hands it to Shira and says, here.
Why is the guardsman on fire?
Not sure. This is the note I got. Didn't really come with footnotes.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been an act of God. There are several gods, so you never know.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one home team, but, really didn't get a lot of choice in that enlistment.
Yeah, did you have to default to the one?
I mean, it matched the aesthetic.
You picture God based on her color scheme.
And outfit choice. She's she's got the whole creepy chic thing going on, and I can respect that.
I've heard of worse reasons. Does she at least give you cool powers?
It's common ground, Leona. It's all about finding common ground, in most situations.
Thought you didn't like common anything.
Yes, but I also don't like tripping, and when the floor is not in order, sometimes you trip. So,
is she wearing practical shoes or is she wearing heels in this moment?
probably. I think. Okay, I have this image of when she said tripping. She looked down at her shoes, flicked them off for a split second, grabbed a backpack that she packed, put on regular ones, and was just like, "You didn't see
that." She's just smirking at her. Okay, we'll pretend.
She just goes, "I will give you this gold piece that I found in your wallet, not to say anything."
Rude. And I'll not punch you in the face if you don't do that again.
Fair enough. See? And now the transaction has been done. And so as you guys just make it to this place, it's probably now sundown because of how long Shira took. So there's like little lights in the windows. And you and Shira just make it to this little cabin in the woods, and she's just like, why would someone choose to live here?
It's quiet. It doesn't have drunkards. Oh, if it got dark while we were walking, I probably cast light on something Shira was holding. I don't think she has a dark vision.
I'll look into that while the scene plays out. I think she's just like, I guess so. Still, bit late. Oh, what a shame. Maybe they're asleep already, Who lives in the old cabins? Probably a granny, Goes to bed like second the sun starts moving again. So, we try to.
A granny that wants to be in the guard and that sets themselves on fire? That kind of granny?
Hey, Leona.
Yeah.
I want you to take stock of where we live. I want you to take stock of the fact our leader has the mind of a child, that our captain of the guard is currently gone because, I don't know, is he honeymooning? I don't fucking care. And that a gnome jumped up on a table and, well, the rest.
That's his little dance. He just feels the music and goes.
Thanks, I hate it.
Well, play less catchy music.
Mm-hmm. Or, next time, we'll just kick him out or kill him.
All right. Well, if I'm kicking him out, I can't guard you. You got to choose.
Ugh. If only sometimes I wish there were two of you. Other times, I realize what I'm saying.
It would be pretty awesome.
It would also give me a headache.
Oh, actually, yeah, it really would. Let's pray you never have to experience that.
One can only pray. And she knocks on the door for you, and it's just like giving the look of like there's nothing for a few seconds. She's just like, oh, did her best, and at that exact moment, the door opens and just hits her on the back.
My first thought is just to go like, Sing-a-gram, we have a message, and just point at Shira. Like, sing the message.
She looks at you and is just like, you're the one who brought me here. If I was supposed to be a singing telegram, told me on the way.
I gave you the letter.
Just standing there blinking at you is like a blonde-haired red tiefling with kind of hooked horns. Oh, could I help?
Well, it's more if we can help you.
Did Rose send a therapist again?
Not this time. Has
the
that
last
happened?
one caught on. They tend to do that a lot.
Is that because you set them on fire? You are required to tell me this.
I don't set them on fire. The world does.
Leona looks at Shira. She's like, well, that sounds normal.
We'll talk. Oh, did Zagreus send you?
Yeah, that tiefling. Do you have a lot of tieflings sending people to you?
It's just the two of them. They've kind of taken to, making sure I'm alright in my little cabin. I guess you should come on in. And like as he walks, one of the floorboards rises up to meet him and it hits him
Oh.
And he just sort of is dazed for a second, then just goes, "You could come on in."
Do you want me to fix that?
No, it's fine. I'll remember next time.
Not with enough head trauma, you won't.
What's head trauma?
Oh dear.
Shira's giving you the look of, let's go.
Shira's got good fight or flight panic response.
Actually, I think she fucking like grabs you by the shoulders. We're gonna have a conversation real quick. Pulls you out of the doorway. Leona, it has been 10 seconds. And I've just felt more physical pain than I thought possible.
Really?
I don't know what Zagreus wants, but the faster we can get that. Shira is
convincing us to leave.
Yeah, dip.
Leona looks at her and just goes, "Look, if you want to leg it through the now dark woods by yourself, where all sorts of little beasties live, let's just say there's the fine print in our contract where I will be able to save you. So, if you really want, you can hang out outside the cabin of death. But Zag asked me to look after this little disaster boy. So I'm going to have to do that first."
She looks at you. You've known him for 10 seconds, Leona. I don't understand why you're... Oh. She sighs and just goes, I mean, at least I know your type.
Hey now, a girl likes what a girl likes.
She just goes, I wouldn't know.
That's all right. To each their own.
Yeah, and I personally don't like the thought of other people getting in my personal space.
Well, that's why you hired me, isn't it?
Yeah, fair. And she's just like, all right, because you let me live with you. But no, this is my paying you back as well as the bonus in your actual pay.
All right, you can pay me back with this in addition to my regular pay.
Uh-huh. Then she just sort of goes, but I'm not walking in there because I saw that board. In her, she just does the whole ghost tail thing using gaseous form. It's just like, there, safe, and floats on in.
As she floats in, Leona walks behind her and sort of like glances at the guy. Goes, one more thing, just got to keep you real safe, and takes off her helmet and puts it on Shira. Look, now you got your own little set of armor.
She's just like, I don't know if I should be demeaned or thankful. I'll think about it.
Well, considering the history of brain trauma we've just seen, you're welcome.
Fair enough. She then crosses her arms and looks over to the tiefling. Is just like, and you, little disaster munchkin, what's up?
Yeah, what's the story?
He just goes, he then is like, I could tell it like a story, or I could just tell you. Sorry, I didn't. I think you were just asking for my name, and I'm now realizing taking that so literally. My name's Mason. It's nice to meet you. I want to be a member of the guard. Why? Because it's so cool. Like, Zagreus has done so much cool things, and it just looks really cool, and you get to have a sword. So, like, I don't have many friends, and I get to stand around and do nothing but talk with people all day. I'd probably make friends.
You are describing the current state of the guard, aren't you? Standing around, doing nothing,
Making
talking,
friends.
making friends. Not particularly guarding anything.
Well, Caleb can handle himself. You hear Shira just go,
Yeah, Leona's like rubbing the bridge of her nose. That's not what a guard is supposed to do.
Shira just like puts the right hand on like the back of her head, and she's like, "Oh, pray tell, when did he handle himself? When he got stabbed, shot, or poisoned?" And he's just like, "He got poisoned? Wow, I'm really happy."
Yeah, and what have you seen Zag do besides maybe take out some dummies without arms really good?
Well, when I was younger, there was a time where this thing showed up in these woods, and Zacharias fought it and told me that if I believed in myself, that I could fight monsters too. And I believe very hard. He steps on another wooden plank, and again, right in the face.
Next time he moves, I'm going to try to catch the plank.
He's just like, you see like a little red spot is drawn on that specific wooden plank, and he was just like, thought I would remember that one. He shakes it off, but you see like a moment of him pull it out of his horn.
Well, it's good they have horns. It means their skull's really hard.
He's just like, okay, and he sets it back down. So, what did Zacharias send you here to do?
Well, he was a little vague. Mostly, he told you to believe in yourself. You know what's even better than believing in yourself?
What's that?
Training, so you aren't actually garbage.
Whoa. Do you think you could train me? Zacharias has been like giving me books and stuff, and I do a little homework. You just see like a stick figure drawing of like a stick figure man with a little sword, and like it's hitting the stick figure dragon.
That's so cute. Oh, you're gonna learn how to swing a sword through a book and theory.
In proper, he's like, it's proper form. He says, and he grabs like a little wooden sword, and it's just like, and it just kind of looks like he's cutting like a piece of meat. It looks like he's like flinging it like a cleaver.
Why are you holding the sword pointing down? It's not a dagger.
There's you could treat them differently, and Shira's just like, oh my god.
Oh boy. There's a lot to unpack.
She's just like, hey, he's your pet project.
Okay, he's a little thick. Just a little thick, but he's trying. He's trying. Well, oh, how much worse than the regular guard can he be?
Has the regular guard hit themselves on wood twice? She's just, damn it, I should have brought my scrying stone. People who love this.
At the beginning they might have. For me, it's just like an angry blur. I remember jumping down with them, maybe trying to beat some sense into them, realizing they're too squishy for that. She's having flashbacks, basically. Just like hands out, just remembering all of the crap that they tried to do and failed to do.
I think there's just like, as she's flashing back, you just hear this voice in your head just like, can we please stop seeing all of your exploits? Remember, there's two of us in here.
That's not even the fun. I can bring you some other exploits if you want there.
Hey. We've talked about what you can and can't show me.
Be careful what you ask for.
Look, I understand that you're trying to teach the next generation of fighters, and believe me, 'tis a noble goal if ever I've heard of one, but look, I'm literally inside your head. How much of this is trying to be a generous, loving friend, and how much of this because he has big horns?
Well, you know what they say. And she's just sending bad mental images.
You just hear I'm gonna shut up now and act like I didn't. I would say hear, but you didn't say it. I'm gonna act like I didn't process that. Have fun.
Look, he said he believes in himself. He wants to be cool. He didn't mention fighting evil. We'll work on it. That is what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose I'll let it slide this one time. Though I don't understand your penchant for the infernal. I'd think someone of your stature would seek higher standards.
Well, I don't really like the snooty, we'll say.
I feel like that was directed at me.
Nah. Why would it be directed at the only one who can hear me right now?
Mm-hmm. He just sighs. All right. Well, with that said, it's been fun catching up. Please, next time next time I link up, please don't be doing something stupid. Like
Hey,
that one time.
all of my risks are really well calculated. Sometimes my math is a little off.
He just goes, I'm sure the drunkards in the tavern love your risk assessment.
Hey, I gotta keep the fists in practice somehow.
He rolls his eyes and you could feel it. Like the way you could just hear in the voice the dripping of spite. He's like, of course. And it just shuts off. And Shira just goes, oh, did your friend check in?
Yeah, a lot of complaining for someone who's not helping me make a living, we'll say.
She just goes, oh, I feel that. Actually, let me do something really quick because I, for one, am not 100% sure that I can trust this home or local area with my life. So I'm just gonna do the smart thing. And you see her eyes gloss over for a second, and she's going to do an ethereal, which is letting her see into the ethereal, aka see dead people. And like she blinks and just goes, "Oh, it's bad."
Oh, do tell.
Have you ever seen a ghost give you the finger over the neck, you're going to die symbol? Because I just saw that.
From how many ghosts?
A lot. I didn't take the time to count. Let's just start it, end it at a lot. And you just hear the tiefling go, I found this. Zacharias told me that this is the best way to start, and he's holding a foam sword.
Okay, see? And she looks at Shira. It's not terrible. It's a soft. It's okay.
Shira just goes, it's not the weapon, it's how you use it.
Oh, you're right. And she just grins at her again.
She blinks for a second, just goes, I don't have words for you right now, honestly. All right,
Perfect.
Cool. He just goes, okay, so here's the thing. Gonna be completely honest with you. Don't know much sword play. Drops the foam sword. I only really have one real weapon that I'm good at. And he picks up a mace. He's like, I'm okay with this. Because it's like a baseball bat. You just hit him with it really hard. Sometimes I practice on the floorboards, and, well, you know.
You know, maybe that's why they're always hitting you. Revenge.
Perhaps this whole home is my enemy. And, like, he just brings the mace really close.
Maybe we should move you somewhere less hostile.
He's just like, maybe. But Zacharias told me that if I live here, I could keep everyone safe from the monster.
Which monster is that?
The one that attacked me when I was a little kid.
Is it still here? Did he not kill it?
I don't know. He told me I had to be really brave to protect everyone else by staying right here.
Oh dear. She turns to look at Shira and just kind of holds up her hand and goes, is this a sacrificial lamb situation?
She just goes, doesn't seem like Zagreus or Caleb to do so, so.
Yeah, I didn't think Zag was this kind of guy.
She just goes, might be that bad.
Oh, all right. Well, you wouldn't happen to know Remove Curse, would you?
She just goes, I pay for clerics, Leona, like a normal person. If I wanted to be completely dependent on tall, dark, and black, I would have probably taken the whole sword warlock path because, not gonna lie, killer badass sword equals pretty great album cover.
That's true. You should, how do you feel about two swords?
She thinks about it. You think she'd give me two if I asked real nice?
Two swords is a way of life. And she just sort of like shrugs her shoulders and feels the weight of her swords.
You just see her actively. What do you think she'd ask me to do in that sort of dynamic? I mean, kill some people? I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, if it raises my revenue. She's actually like actively doing a cost assessment at this point.
Yeah, but you might get your feet and your hands dirty.
But God money.
Is it shinier than regular money?
It might be more than regular money. Think about it, Leona. Concerts in a temple. Those people give money for people just talking to them for 10 minutes.
I think you missed your calling as a really aggressive cleric.
She was thinking about it, just, I'd have a kick-ass temple. Wouldn't even be a temple to a god, just be a temple to me.
Oh, you're stepping into sacrilege there.
She just goes, I think she's too busy handling all the dead people in this man's apartment to think about sacrilege.
That's true. All right, well,
She just
piss off your god.
He just goes, wait, there's dead people in this house? The mace is right back. She just goes, hate to break it to you. You are one of ghosts. Oh, by the way, my name's He shakes her hand like, oh, it's super nice to meet you. And she looks at Leona like, are you fucking clueless?
Ah, yeah. One guy in town who doesn't know who you are. I am just basking in this.
She thinks about that for a second. Oh no.
Looks like your reach isn't as far as you thought. Better get back on that advertising.
She just thinks about it. My hatred for this tiefling is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Oh, the closet wasn't enough.
Oh, no. The closet's small potatoes compared to this revelation.
Let me put it this way. You really want this guy showing up to your concert?
Hey, it beats your tagger on.
Oh, that's true.
At least the only person he'd kill is himself.
He's trying to take me with him, though.
She then goes, how on earth were we cut from the same cloth? Not family-wise, believe me. If she was my I would not be open about it. But even why would she choose to save her? Of all the people. You then just hear Mason just go, what is she talking about? Oh,
there's so much there. We don't have the time.
Okay. So Zagreus had you here to teach me to fight?
Yeah, it's going to take more than one evening, but we can start.
Okay. He then picks up the mace and then just goes, and then puts it down, just goes, really, I'm better at other things. I can do this. And you just see like this red beam of force show up in his hand. He's just like, it's not really guardy, but it's pretty cool. He like flings it, and for a second you're like, oh wow, that's an actual spell that is actually being bing 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 bing, and as it just bounces around the house, you're just like, oh. He's like, I call it a pin. It's like a pinball machine, except also Russian roulette.
What happens if it hits someone?
It hurts real bad.
Okay. And she moves, and as it pings around, steps out of the way, and whenever it's necessary, just sort of pushes Shira out of the way. And a few times probably pushes Mason out of the way too.
Shira is lost in thought. It's like, because right now her brain is split between cool swords from her god and also what the fuck is this advertising campaign?
Maybe we should just put her outside.
Yeah, you just like both of you just walk. You just maybe outdoors is good. Mason's like, oh, night walk. I love night
Yeah, bring your mace.
walk. Okay.
Maybe a sword if you have one.
He grabs the foam sword and is just like, this'll do.
Good. Yeah, we'll play it safe. Do you have a training dummy, a block of wood?
Oh, you mean? And then he walks out with like the most clean, untouched, never used training dummy. I practice with him every day.
What do you practice cleaning?
No, hitting. I never said I was good at it.
Give him. Show me what you got.
Okay. Gotta roll with disadvantage. They were both 11. He grabs them and spins around and is just a little top.
Was that a dance move?
Did I hit anything? He asked, like, super dizzy.
No, I don't know how you thought you would.
Oh. And then he's just, let me, after he's done a thing, I need to check. Oh, that's a 5.
The dice of fate must be rolled.
Yep. It's a D100 for severity. And the Wheel of Fate has given him a 5 out of 100. So he's just like, it's okay. I'm sure I'll get it next time. Just like casually, just as like, hey, I'll be okay with the hand, realizing it's the mace holding hand, and it just goes flying at Shira, who's deep in thought.
I'm gonna make a dive for it.
You just grab it in your hands, bring it down, and Shira's just like, maybe if I ask for a scythe.
I just start snapping in front of her face. Just one hand.
What? I'm a
Well,
busy woman, Leona.
you almost got to talk to her.
Talk to who?
Your god.
What? Oh, did he exist around me?
Yeah, and she's still holding the mace right near her head. Chin up, stay alert, try not to die.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan, actually. She then just goes, actually, concept for you, Leona. How do you feel about walking away?
From Tim Scholl, from life. Can you be more specific?
This specifically.
Oh, that would be easy, but I love a challenge.
She's just like, among other things. Okay.
Hey,
She's just like, it is. Okay. She's just like, I mean, Calum does owe me so many dinners at this point, so maybe when this is over, we can eat royalty.
Oh, you're sick of bagels.
Oh God, Leona. Throg's great. He's wonderful. Doing his best, I guess. He just sighs.
They share a meaningful look.
All right, just not too much longer, okay? I want to live.
We're working on it.
And also, if we're eating with Calum, I don't want him to stay up past his bedtime.
Oh, we have plans for dinner tonight?
Shira. I mean, Leona. Sorry, very self-centered sometimes. I could go to him right now and ask for 1,000 gold. Just hand it to me. You know it. I know it. Dumbass over there knows. That's not my name. I'm aware.
He also has no idea who you are, and
yeah, but
I love that.
Yeah, but he'd somehow. He's just like, who are we talking about? Shut up. All right, look. This is not my element. I am slowly but surely getting upset. And I don't know how much longer I can stand here. So I'm going to pull out my guitar and try and soothe myself while you have your little fighting montage over there with tall, weak, and idiot. So have a time. Pulls out her guitar, just starts like tuning it.
All right, at least play something energetic. I want to see if there's potential here or if this is a total waste of time.
All right. She's like, all right, you have an hour.
Great. And
Yeah, so is he going to pick up the mace again?
yeah, she walks up to him and basically says, "Show me what you can do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just give me your best shot." Oh, that's a good noise.
I can't. I need to take a picture of this. This is something that has to be seen to be believed. Oh, Leona. Oh my god. I knew using the dice that I have referred to as the cursed dice for this session would be nothing but a genius investment.
Hey, it's a theme and you gotta stick with it.
Yep, the D20 lowest roll was a 10. Now that's severity. We're talking 001.
So when I hear severity, I don't know, is low the worst?
This is on a scale of 1 to 100 how kind Murphy's Law is to him, and he rolled 001.
Oh, kindness. The scale is kindness. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good.
He grabs the mace and flings it into the woods. And he's just like, that might be bad. And you just hear as it hits something, and then I think that was bad. Was that bad?
Oh, probably.
He just goes, trees don't normally do that, right? And you just see like a tree just instantly in flame.
How'd you set it on fire? It's a mace.
I didn't do that. Another tree.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay.
Shira just looks and like stops tuning her guitar. Oh, so it was under an hour. Wow.
It was 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm. She just chuckles and just goes, I'm not going to say I told you so.
Oh, dear. Well, we're going to have to deal with this now. I don't know if I should ask you to help or...
She's like, I'm really good at helping the bad guys. I can help them really hard.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. So, yeah, let's just keep it up. Show me what you got. And she pulls out her swords and goes, we're going to see this through one way or another.
He picks up the foam sword. He's just like, this is so cool. and Shira's behind them, hand on head. Oh, if we die before I can eat, I'm going to haunt you in the next life.
Aw, you didn't want to miss me.
Oh no, I will make your life hell. That was the implication. Your eternal life will be suffering, and it'll be thanks to me.
Can't be worse than the room above the bar.
I hate that you're right. Leona, before this thing shows up, it's alighting trees, and like you hear stuff. Roll, I guess either history or nature, whatever you're better at, to see if you can.
I'm gonna go for it. The one die I rolled was garbage.
Depending on what
so let's
feels
try
better
again.
for you. Cool.
Still garbage. I think he's actually cursed my good dice. Wait, what was the option? Nature or
history, or just whatever you think would work for.
Nothing's gonna work because I rolled a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, you're taking a moment. You're just like, could be a red dragon. Could be a freet.
There's a lot of things that make fire.
And just barging out at this point, you see a creature that is similar to the death dogs, the 2-headed hounds. But this one is a weird cross between that and a hellhound. It has fire coming from it. It is from its nostrils, from its back, from like bone-like apparatuses. There's something that kind of looks like chain coming from it. It has like a flaming tail. And both heads are just looking very aggressively at Mason, since the mace is stuck in one of its like little bone things.
That's not even from here. How did you hit that?
He's just like, oh, that's the monster! Shira just goes, wait, Zagreus had you here to keep that away? Oh, that's priceless.
Does it just follow you around?
He just blinks. He's like, no, I don't know. Maybe. Oh. See, like every night I try to set up the fireplace, and, well, doesn't really end well. But I'm getting the sense maybe they like that.
Are you setting fires to keep it pacified?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds like I'm being used.
Yeah.
Oh. Shira just goes, all right, all right. See, now I get to prove to you that I'm a badass and competent.
All right, buddy. Yeah, you do your thing.
She's just like, I'm going to hit you very hard when this is over. And if we don't make it to Caleb's before he goes to bed, I'm going to be very cross.
Oh, I want her to try to punch her later. I'm going to hold her to that.
All right, I guess roll initiative. For the... oh my god, Mason rolled a 1.
He cursed me. He actually cursed me. I am cursed. I
At
rolled
least
an
I have
8.
to... Oh no.
That's with modifier.
Shira rolled a 12. And let me see for the creature. It's a... oh, I do love when a day acts like this. All right, so this thing is pissed at Mason. So
Understandable.
It's gonna go for him. I have a Warlock of the Fiend stats out, so that's my plan for him health wise. So he's just going to make 2 bites from the 2. Actually, no, he's a bit further away. So the first thing he's going to do is just like both heads are just going to make this incredibly obnoxiously loud howl. You could like hear this the 2 like throats just for a split second before it just lets out this insanely loud, like deep guttural howl, and just in Mason's face, and he has to make a saving throw. Holy shit! All right, he has disadvantage. What the fuck, Mason? Okay, yeah, he passes both times. He's pushed back a little, but that's it. And you just see this thing blink in like absolute shock.
It's like, oh, a loud puppy. Okay.
You could roll that history again to see if you remember anything now that you saw it do a thing.
Oh my god. Man, I don't want to use luck on it, but I do because I got a 9.
Oh my god! With modifiers?
I can't roll today. Can that be survival? Because I've seen it before.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's slightly better.
Sure, what is it?
12?
You'll remember a little bit. You don't really recall too much about the way it fights, but you know this thing is called an orthros in the technical terms. But where you come from, it's got a bit of a catchier nickname, which is Twin Pillows. Mostly because of that little trick it just pulled.
All right. She's like, oh, okay, it's coming back. It's been a while. Been in a cold place for a while.
Shira just looks over at you and just goes, I'm gonna act like I know what you're talking about. Now, if you excuse me, a real showman does their attacks with grace, poise, and, lethality.
If you trip, I'm going to laugh.
She looks over at you. Can't trip, I'm floating, in case you've forgotten, my friend. And she is going to... She's at level with you, so she gets to do some cooler new things.
We're still level 4, though, right?
Yeah, because you only hit 5 after the events and whatever. So yeah, she's just gonna go for a thunder wave on this thing, and as she does it, she's just like, please don't stand in the way, I am looking at you. And she's just staring dead on at Mason.
He's right in front of it. What can he do?
Oh no, he's like, yeah. She also looks to Leona. Honestly, if I kill him, it will be doing both of them, both the creature and the boy, a favor.
You never know. He might haunt you.
What the shit, Mason? What is it about defense and yourself? Okay. Apparently he can't hit or do anything successful, but he also can't be hit either. So the thunder wave misses him and hits the Orthros.
The only one who can hurt him is himself.
Apparently so. So that's 2d8s of thunder. So 6, 8. Cool. she just blasts this thing and it gets pushed backwards, and she's just like, "Yeah, see, you thought I was bad at this."
Yeah,
All
you
right,
hit it once. We'll see.
it's your turn, Leona. As this thing just is still aggressively looking at Mason, but is now its attention's turned to Shira, and it looks like the two heads are disagreeing about which one to go for first.
Oh, there's a maneuver that I haven't used, but I was thinking of taking. Hold on. Let me look it up. 1 second. I'm going to attack it twice. I just want to look up this one thing.
Go for it.
Great. I'm going to try it anyway. Let's see if any of these hit.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay, we're better. The first one was I think a 26.
That yeah. And
then the other was a modified 20.
Both hit.
And I'd also like it to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom is not its strong suit. It rolled a natural 1, so...
So now it has disadvantage when it tries to attack anyone other than me for a turn, because that was a goading attack. Because I don't want it to attack 2 people that I have been told to protect.
Alright, are you doing anything to goad it, or are you just... Do you think just the hits are enough?
Oh, I think she strolls up to it. Like, everyone else looks a little worried, and she's just kind of walking up to it. Actually, Shira looks pretty chill. Yeah. And Mason's kind of not fully there enough to look afraid. So she strolls right up to it and just thwaps it right across the face. Like, hey, puppy, over here. And then walks to one side and sort of leads it so it's looking at her. And then she goes, a little bit regret giving you that helmet.
All right, so what's the damage on those?
Let me just roll.
Also, Hopebringer is glowing.
Oh, I can roll another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That one was a 17.
Oh, I think that makes it. It's not afraid yet.
It's angry. It's too angry to be afraid.
Hold on, doing some math. That's 25 damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
She's going to hit it real good.
Yeah,
she looks at
damn.
you, and that's how you use a sword.
It just lets out another one of those guttural howls into the air, and this time you notice from the mouth spurts of flame come from them as it howls. But then it just shakes itself, and like you just hear that voice in your head just go, well, taking on a creature of the plane, I see.
Sometimes you just gotta clean up a mess.
Oh, this is interesting. I could help you, but since you have been showing me such awful imagery...
Oh, those were the censored ones. Could have been worse.
I'm going to act like that was serious. Okay. Just for that. Look, I will help you next time. I'll try to put aside my feelings to help you next time. Also, by the way, Mason rolled a 4. So this turn, he is going to try, keyword is try, and cast Scorching Ray, and that 4 was indicative of the first beam. What the actual... Oh, right, disadvantage. Okay, cool. For a second, I thought Mason rolled a nat 20, and I was just like, that's not right.
When you try so hard, but you don't succeed.
Okay, I'm almost tempted to give it to him, because the third shot also had a nat 20.
Oh, he's trying so hard to be impressive.
Okay, I'll give him 1. Not critical, but I'll give him 1 hit. Because, the boy. Actually, wait, no, he's got a Dark One's Own Luck under. So, I'll tell you what.
You could have him aim at one head and hit the other.
Yeah, that's true. The Dark One's Luck gave him a 7, which is a sizable number. All right, fine. I'll let 2 of those beams pass. Oh, he deserves it. But yeah, he absolutely was aiming for the wrong head. He was probably giving like some monologue too. I don't know what he was saying, but he was saying something, and he's just like points his finger out, and they just curve to the left. He's like, oh. So
good. If they had curved to the right, I would have had to sidestep. So It's all right.
Okay, so it's 18 points of damage.
Leona looks over at him and this actually looks a little bit impressed. Like, oh, you hit it. See? And turns to Shira. There is some hope.
She's like, he hit the fire dog with fire. Impressive.
He can't help what he was born as.
She's just like, all right, whatever. The thing looks at him for a second, like, oh, are you fucking serious? Are you trying to hit me? But he also, like, it's like part of it really just wants to go for this thing, but it is goaded by you. So it's going to make this kind of just this lunging movement towards you, like jumps in the air, lets out a bark, and like the fire from it kind of encircles the front end of it and just tries to barrel itself into you. Holy shit, twin bellows. That's an 18. That's an 18.
I'm going to use luck and make it reroll.
Okay. 16.
Ah, well.
It's not too much damage. It's... Oh, put together with the additional fire, it's only 10 points.
Can I parry that? Wait, Let me look. Okay, it did say melee attack, so... Okay, I'm going to try it. Because, you know what, I have all these abilities and I always forget to use them, so
it's
once
fair.
you use them.
Plus, I don't think Leona's ever been that hard before. I think that would be a bit shocking.
She was hit once when I forgot to parry that one guy.
It's true.
And then immediately healed it with the power of heals. Oh, well, shit. Oh. That's the wrong dice. Okay. No, that's good, because I rolled a 1 and I was like, oh, wait, that is actually a d10, and that is not how that works. Now watch me roll another 1.
Mason has cursed this whole episode.
He has. Shoot. I rolled a 3. I want to see if I add anything to that. Wait, how much was the damage for?
10.
Well, now it's for 3.
Nice. So yeah, it does make impact, but your sword is able to like hold it off as most of the fire dwindles, and then just the raw force of it knocks you back a bit, and that's how you take that damage.
It's better than blocking the teeth and then just getting fire in the face.
Yeah. You just kind of are knocked a little bit to the side. Not prone, just like the whole sort of like when you impact someone in a cartoon or whatever and you get pushed back with like the really cool dust effect. It's that.
It's like, oh, feisty.
It looks over and like now is it out of the goading after it makes an attack? Or does it have to roll save?
It's the whole round and then it comes out. So like any of its attacks now, it can attack other people. It just has disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay. So moving on to Shira. She's just gonna look over and just like, guess I gotta do stuff now. And she's like, I mean, I don't have to, but
you could use your helpful songs.
She looks over, I guess so. Then she just like, she takes a moment and just is like, you know, electrocuting him was fun, but I'm all about that, talking that shit. And she's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it. So
I thought you were going Vicious Mockery.
Oh, they're kind of the same effect. So, failed that wisdom save because that was a 10. So it's gonna take 3d6 psychic. Holy shit! Holy shit! What the fuck, Shira? Okay.
Shira cleaning up.
17 points of damage from Shira.
Hey, she's joined the big kids club.
Yeah. All right, that's an 8. Cool. You just see her grab the guitar and just start playing it. And she thinks for a moment and just like, why does the dog need 2 heads? Because it doesn't have one between its legs.
Wah, wah.
And just she's like, it was on impulse. I don't know if that would offend it, but oh wow, guess it's really sensitive about that.
Well, you did insult it, and it's got 2 pairs of ears. That's 4 ears.
It also has to use a reaction to move its full movement away from you. And this kind of explains something from episode 9 that I'm going to absolutely just make canon, which is that as it runs, it's still a fiery creature, and it just barrels through the wooden log cabin.
I want to hit it as it leaves, though. Give me
Alright,
my
cool.
opportunity.
Yep. Mason's just like, we can't let it get away. We're gonna actually try to. Keyword is try.
That was a
It's
nat
3.
20.
His luck has turned. Mason rolled a 3. So
That's my hope bringer dice. So
I think what happens is as he like grabs the foam sword and does another spin as if it was the mace, you're able to like kind of push him aside. And as you're running towards him, like towards the creature to make your opportunity attack, you just see like the spinning visage of Mason just bump into the creature, distracting it long enough for you to just, without it even noticing, just cleave right in. So roll me your damage.
that's so shitty. 1 second. Sadness.
Oh, also, by the way, to describe this thing as bloody would be an insult to things bleeding.
Does it even have blood?
It's more fire. There's just fire perforating from everything. You just hear the angelic thing just go, guess the ghost's a pretty useful companion after all.
We do keep her around for a reason, and it's not just the pay.
He just goes, I still don't understand why you're so focused on such worldly things as money, but I do admit, beats going hungry.
Yeah, it's not really a money thing. It's more of a being alive, having a place to sleep, eating, you know, those fun little extras, just part of having a corporeal form.
Not that I know anything about such Drek, but I suppose.
She's
And
just
so,
like rolling her eyes. It was a 11 damage. I rolled sad.
okay. Oh, it's still comparatively. Damn. Okay. Yeah, this thing is still alive enough to barrel through Mason's home.
Well, it was haunted anyway, so.
Shira just turns on the ethereal vision again. Like, she just goes, damn. They have been packing for ages.
Is it like a clown car?
She's like, no, it's like, imagine smoke, but it's all ghosts.
Are they
She's
free
like,
now?
I don't know. I feel like we need to talk to someone about this house.
We need a young priest and an old priest.
She just goes, I feel like that's a reference to something, but I watch a lot of scrying showstones. I'm not Vakasha. Her eyes turn back to normal, and then the twin bellows is still moving its full movement. Then it turns around, looks at all of you, and just like shakes itself and primes itself back for the fight. And Leona, it's your turn. Twin bellows has a movement of 40 feet, so yeah.
Oh, so it got farther away than I can get.
I mean, your angelic guide did say it would help you, so let me roll a d20 and see how. He rolled a 7. He's going to give you 5 extra feet.
So I make a whopping 35.
Yep. You're 5 feet away. He's like, come on, this doesn't need my help.
Where are you going? Just walks after the dog. So if I'm not close enough, I do have backups.
Okay. What's your backups?
She's just gonna throw a dagger at it. Be like, fine, you want to stay far away, I'll come to you.
Okay. Roll that. And
shoot. No wait, where's Mason's mace? I could just chuck the mace at it.
It's still lodged in the bone part of the back of this thing.
Oh damn, I have to go get it. Alright, if it's too far away. Actually, nope, I'm gonna just charge at it and use that good old action surge.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, just busting like power speed. Any cool effect you want to add here? I know you got a few that you can pull from, so I'm curious.
Well, it's only Mason and Shira there, so as she goes for a dash, I like the idea of just having. It looks a little bit like a jetpack if they had a jet, but they don't, so it's just a little of that kind of golden light sparkle behind her. It's hard to see, but it's night, so it's just barely visible. You're kind of like, cool. She's going awful fast.
Shira just goes, she says she doesn't like to brag. least I'm honest about it.
It's like, hey, it's not being humble. She just wants to kill real good, okay?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're in position. Make some stabbies.
Oh, but those were really bad stabbies. I'm gonna. I rolled 2 3s.
Oh, damn.
So a little sad about that. I'm gonna use luck on one of them.
Okay.
Why not? I was gonna save all my luck for saving Mason, but this is really pathetic.
As you miss, your angelic guide's just like, all right.
Well, 35 feet wasn't going to cut it. All right. That was better. That comes to a 22.
That defo hits.
Oh wait, 24. So slightly better.
Yeah. This one just hits him real good.
So that is 9 damage.
Okay.
And so you can make another goading attack, but it doesn't seem worth it if we're all the way out there, does it?
Not really. The thing is now looking at you, and now it's Mason's turn. Does he have anything that has that? Does he have anything that has that sort of range? He already used his luck, his Dark One's luck. That's already gone. So we'll see how this turns out.
Eldritch Blast?
He does have Eldritch Blast. I'm not sure if that goes that far, but we'll say it does because, let's be honest, I think that's all he's got under his belt at the moment. Okay. That silence was me growing the biggest smirk in history because Mason stayed to character. That's a 1.
The range is 120 feet.
Yeah, but that was a 1.
Yeah, but that's exactly accurate. Could have hit it, but did not.
See it sure enough flies over your... It looks really cool. This red beam of eldritch fire and light is about to hit. Even your angelic guides us like, oh, damn. And it just...
Who are you aiming at?
I don't know. Then you just hear, my cabbages!
Oh, no. You shouldn't leave your cabbages up on a ladder.
The dog looks at you for a second, and then like looks over to Mason, and then just like gives you like the head tilt of, "Are you sure you don't want me to kill him?"
It's an obligation at this point.
It just sort of cocks its head back, and now it's its turn. It's going to make that howl. So make a wisdom saving throw.
Because fighters are super good at that.
It's not. It's kind of cornered right now. So as much as it could bite, it also knows that physical attacks are your thing to block. So it's just gonna try something different.
Well, that's a 12.
Well, okay. It just howls at you. Damn. Okay, luck was on Leona's side at that moment. You take 1 point of force damage, and you're pushed back 5 feet.
It's just like rude. All right, you barked.
There's just a little cinder on your shoulder as it does that. Just it stung for a second, but you know.
Hey,
probably shouldn't have kept
new armor.
All right,
this is all alone.
Shira's turn. She's just like, all right. This time I'll give you a hit. And so she's gonna cast Bane on the thing. Let me remember what that does. Cool. Up to 3 creatures of your choice must make charisma saving throws. She really only cares about the Orthros failing. Orthros rolled a 2. Damn, Orthros. Everything it does has to subtract a d4 now. So, and also you get a d6 of inspiration. She's like, I would give it to the other guy, but I'm also aware of something called a lost cause.
Can't really fault you there.
Okay, so yeah, you got that d6 of inspiration. The Orthros has a -4 to everything. It's your turn.
Woo! Let's hit it again.
Harder. Hit it again. Sorry.
Well, I think your sigging worked because just the raw rolls was 11 and 19, so that's like a lot. Hold on. So 27 and
God.
17? Yes.
Yeah, both hit. Roll damage. I don't got a retort here. Just damn.
Dice down. Okay, that is 14 damage.
Holy shit, okay.
I keep rolling ones on this one die. I'm going to put it in dice jail.
I'm not kidding with you. It's got 4 hit points to its name.
Ah, damn it. Damn the waste of action surge. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use goading attack again.
Okay. Let me make a wisdom save for it. That's an 18.
Damn it. Wait, hold on. Let me check one thing. I'm just checking if I add it to it, even if it makes it. I add the die roll to it before it makes the roll.
Oh, nice.
So,
actually, let me also remember that it has Bane, so that 18 is now a 14.
well, that was a additional 1 damage.
Okay.
This thing is hanging on.
I think Leona might be a little impressed. Just like, damn, okay. Like, you probably went, like, right in the brain for, like, a kill stab, and, like, one of the heads is now just completely limp, but the other, like, lets out a really... You know the way when you pop an airbag, it lets out a wheeze? Those powerful howls are now just like a...
Oh, that's sort of pathetic.
But sure enough, it's still spouting fire.
She's like, I'd let you go, but there's a whole mystery here with you apparently chasing this one, and we just got to clean this up. Sorry, but
Right,
not really.
Mason's the damage done to it and probably moved a little closer to you. With his little foam sword is gonna kind of move his movement, get close up. He's just like, I can do it. I believe in myself. What is this? Okay. I need to sit here for a second. I didn't see
A
that
lot of
coming.
dice rolling.
Well, he has disadvantage on everything to hit. What I didn't see coming was a 20 and an 18.
He really wants to get this kill. He's gotta. He owes this to himself.
Now, I don't know how much damage a foam sword will do, so I'm gonna say it's a D4.
I'm gonna stick it in its eye. D4 plus strength.
Oh, sure. Oh my god. Yeah, that tricks! He pounds this thing over the head for 2 points of damage. It's still alive.
I want to give him a real sword, but I know that would be a terrible mistake.
Oh, I have to see what Murphy's Law does for him. What? Okay, 79. Murphy's Law is kind. He whacks this thing with the foam sword, and it just flinches, but he manages to also hit himself in the knees. Ow! For 2 points of damage. Not that that's a big deal. Even in his moment of greatest triumph, he still hurts himself. What a mood.
Can't
All
escape.
right. It's the Orthros' turn, or Twin Bellows, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's going to do the thing it's written to do, which is its double bite, except it's only got one head, so now it's just one head being real aggro. And he's going to still go for Mason, even though that goading strike will give him disadvantage. You're lucky, the goading strike gave him disadvantage. Second roll was a natural 20. That first one was a 16. Now let me count from back.
He made the save though, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Well, Mason's gonna be crit. Actually, no, I have to reduce it by 3. So, 17. Still hits him, just not crit. And I gotta roll for a second bite. Subtract 34.
He just bites twice with one face.
Yep. Both hit, because he hasn't cast Mage Armor on himself. Poor boy. Bites are gonna be a d6 plus 2. They're not very lethal. That's 4. That's 4. So that's 8 points of damage. But sure enough, you just see this Teeth Boy just get run after the other by this dog. And while not severely injured, he just got a couple bite marks on his arms that because he put them up in like a please don't hurt me.
I feel like it's more of a, well, this is happening. Like, not the face.
Yeah. Just both bites. And then, like, it just looks at Mason with kind of a crazed look, just, like, fixated on killing him. And Shira's just like, it's on her turn, just like, do I have to heal him, Leona?
Well, you could heal me, but I think he's a little bit squishier. So, yeah.
All right. If I gotta. She's gonna cast Healing Word.
It's that or we carry his body back to town.
Oh, God, manual labor.
Pick your poison.
All right, I'm gonna heal him, but I don't like it. She rolled a 1, so it's gonna be 8 points of healing. Or 6, I think. I don't have Shira stats on me. Because it's
She
her
heals
spellcasting
him
ability.
barely.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll heal one of the bites.
And she's like, there, did my job. And then she plays another cool guitar chord for you, Leona, and just like, I guess you're inspired or whatever the fuck. Can we get out of here?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So now you're inspired again, and this Twin Bellows is just looking you dead on. And it's just like, you just hear your angelic guide just go, if you can't hit it, and if you can't kill it with 1 hit point, or whatever the hell you call vitality, I guess, it's an angel thing, don't worry about it. I think your mortal brain would understand. Just, I'll laugh very hard if you can't kill it. I'll just put it that way.
Just like, I know I can. I've killed these before. It did take half the time because of reasons. But, I think this is more important to him than it is to me. And is there a way I can assist Mason? Like, give him...
You do have Commander Strike.
But I didn't take it. I can only learn 4.
Oh. Well, you didn't have to tell me that. I'm not looking at your character sheet right now.
Well, I don't want to cheat. I've used Pari, Riposte, Goading Strike, and whatever the other... I forgot the other one.
All right.
But like, can I assist him? Like, give him
there's the help
small
action.
Dagger.
There's the help action. So yeah, I guess you can do that. I've never really seen anyone actually use the actual thing. So
She hasn't gotten to make a big kill, but this thing it's more important to him than to her. And it feels like he should do it. Just like, free yourself from this burden. So she's going to very carefully hand him one of her swords, be like, this is a real sword. This is the pointy end. Do not make me regret this.
Okay. The help action. With the help of your help action, the creature adds advantage to the next thing it performs. So basically, he's going to roll normally this time.
Can I pass on my inspiration?
Sure, you could actually tell Shira to play for him. He's just like,
yeah, listen to that super fun beat. And then just like, she waves at him like, go.
You just hear Shira just like, I can't believe I'm being demeaned like this. And she does give him like a pretty cool like guitar soundtrack for the scene. And he just picks up the sword. He's like, I can do it. I can be a hero. I believe in myself. Oh my God. Trips on his own foot. I'm a failure. Falls on the floor. That's a 7.
Plus inspiration.
That's a D6. 8, 9, 10, 11. Still doesn't hit.
Well.
So I just have this image. Shira's giving him a begrudgingly badass sequence. Like, there's just fire all around him. Sword in hand. I believe in myself. I'm a real hero. I trips on his own 2 feet as he's falling. I'm a failure.
Can I just punch the dog? Like, I don't even have... I gave him a sword. I still have one. Can I just punch it?
Yeah, please. He's still falling. Like, it's a really slow, dramatic fall, and Shira's just like, I don't think that's physically possible, but okay.
So I rolled a 2, and I didn't like that, so I used luck, and I think I have one more luck left, and that was a nat 20 for the punch.
That's a really good punch.
But the thing is, I don't think for a punch you have a die roll. Isn't it just 1 plus strength?
Yeah.
Which would be a 3. So do I get to double something, or do I just get a really cool dramatic punch?
I guess, how do you do this punch?
So I think what happens is, like, he goes for it, misses, looks really upset, and she just looks at him, she's like, for feck's sake, and turns and just decks the dog straight across the face.
As it just falls to the ground dead, it just lets out more just dying howls and just wheezes. and the fire and it goes out, and sure enough, the mace is still lodged in one of the little bones that had a bit of a hole in it, and that should have been dousing more fire, but somehow, in Mason's endless strokes of bad luck, he managed to keep one of the bellows from actually working effectively.
All right, you hit it once at the very beginning.
He grabs his mace and just like, yeah, and then just tries to like put it down on the corpse. Oh, this boy. He got 2 20s on hitting the corpse.
See, now he hits.
He just bangs down on it. It's just like, yeah.
Oh, you helped.
Shira's just like, I'd take a photo because I think this is the only fight he'll ever.
Well, he's still alive. He made it this far.
I guess he's got a kill under his belt.
Sorta. She just cracks her knuckles and is just like, well, it's dead.
Shira floats next to her. So, either we say he did it and we lie, which, believe me, lying is far from something I'm against. But I'm like also against lying when it means letting shits like that think that they have a chance in the world.
You know, I'm still going to train him. He's just got so much enthusiasm. Okay, she leans back and looks him over as he's like hitting the dead body. Look, he can almost swing.
She's just like, all right, but it seems a lot of effort for point 2.
I'm already training the rest of the army, and they're pretty, they're making bags of it. Might as well add one more.
She shrugs, just like, I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, I get it if he was a 9 Leo. But...
You know, normally I think I'm attracted to competence. And you know, don't shit where you eat. So this is a professional favor, we'll call it.
Sure. Then just goes, all right, well, say your goodbyes to your new pet, and I'm going to go over and use the Stone of Far Speech to see if Caleb's still open for dinner, because as much as I hate to admit it, Rose can cook.
All right, well, 1, kind of knackered and coming with you. 2, he doesn't have a house now, so I think he's coming with us too.
There's just a moment. No. Damn it!
He's our pet now.
Why? She's just looking up at the sky. Why? Come on! Caleb better have fucking great ass. Fuck.
That's when you have the zoom out as like her call reverberates across the entire city.
Yeah. There's just like the cabbage guy slowly picking up his cart, and then her scream shakes the wood of it and just falls apart again. Oh. Mason walks over. Did you see that? I hit it real good. I was already taking a nap, but that's just called strategy.
Oh yeah, that's a strategy. You're as impressive as Zag hitting his training dummies.
I've never been equated to Zag before.
She pats him on the shoulder. It's like, well, depending on who you ask, it's a bad thing or a good thing.
Well, okay. Well, I don't have a house now.
Yeah, we noticed.
But it's okay. It's okay. When you're a hero, you make sacrifices for the greater good.
I don't think that was really a sacrifice. That was more of an accident. Also, your house was full of dead people.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, we're actually moving out of our old house. How do you feel about living above a bar?
Humble beginnings of my adventuring career.
I'm going to just send a gift basket to the bar. Sorry, but not really. Here you go. My gift to you.
He's just like, okay, I'll go with you then. Yeah. And he just runs back inside and sifts through the fire and debris, just grabs like an extra set of clothes that somehow God saved. Just, somehow his essentials for moving were God saved. Puts him in a little bag. It's like, okay, ready to go. It's like one of those little hobo bags, those will stick.
Oh no, just slings it over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. It's time to move out and start my career as a real guard.
Oh, maybe you should live at the castle. Hey, Shira, let's take him to the castle.
Shira's just like, oh, Leona, I love you sometimes. And the two of them, she's just like, yeah, come on. Caleb's gonna love you.
It sounds like she's taking Zag's warning and like crumpling it up. Can't see it.
Shira's just got the face of someone who's just like come up with the means of killing their greatest enemy.
She's gonna sick him at the gnome. Go help him dance, buddy.
Shira's just like, wait, Leona. As like they're walking and Mason's like behind them whistling with the little stick. She's like, you know what I just realized?
What?
You've been calling him our pet, and yeah, but maybe the better term is weapon.
You're going to weaponize unluckiness?
Think about it, Leona. Put it in the home of Mr. Dance-A-Lot, and what ends up happening? The an Orthros just fucking barrels right through it. Or what the fuck you called it?
You might be careful. He does seem like a karmic boomerang.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but I am team weaponize it.
You know, we can see how he does in the castle and judge from there.
She's like, I've never been one for science, but this is an experiment I'm willing to work on. Also, it fucks over Caleb, so all for it.
So mean to your number one fan.
It's not, he doesn't do anything inherently annoying. And believe me, I definitely get the perks of it. It's just, it's always kind of icky. Leader of a whole nation. I mean, he hasn't really, or town, he hasn't like tried to show off or nothing. I guess he's been kind of genuine about it.
You're just not a fan of the power imbalance?
It's not that. It's like, I don't know. It just feels weird,
Yeah.
Like what happens? I take him out to dinner and what? Tries to take me to the nicest place in town. I could get myself to the nicest place in town.
He's also a kid. You'd have to give him a few years.
That's true.
Just the whole razzle-dazzle,
I guess. That's the other thing. He is still young and like, I mean, I get it. I am kind of amazing, but like...
And so humble, too.
Oh, don't you know it? They're like walking this whole time back, or floating in Shira's case. She still does not trust him.
Oh, occasionally Leona turns around to look and make sure Mason is still there.
He's still there, just trudging along and whistling. And like one time if she turns back, he'll be like, did you know that I used to come around in these woods and I would take a piece of chalk and just mark up the trees that I walked past? Help me remember where I was going.
Where were you going, buddy?
That's a good question.
Oh, that explains a lot. She turns back to Shira and goes, head trauma. And then like taps on the helmet that's probably still on Shira's head. That's why I gave you this. That thing wouldn't have hit me if I'd kept this. You're welcome.
She was like, maybe the kid needs it.
Oh, you think that skull would be hard enough? What with the horns?
Right, but sure enough. She's just like, anyway, back to my problems.
Oh, of course.
Look, I guess he's a nice kid, but the second word is the one I want emphasized. The kid doesn't know any better. Just likes me because of the lights and the sun and the colors and everything. The whole glamour of the show. Doesn't know me.
Well, would you want him to get to know you? Because you seem to push him and most people away who aren't stubborn, amazing fighters like myself.
She thinks about it. Oh, God. Leona. She's actually just floating in the air. Am I the baddie?
A little bit. Well, you haven't tried to take over the town yet, so you're all right.
She's just sitting there blinking. Like, she's just floating there blinking. I'm the insensitive one. Holy shit. She's floating back.
Leona's got the no shit Sherlock, but like half of that and then half of the understanding, the friend nod where you're like, yeah, tell me more.
And I just love this image of you guys walking up to the castle and Caleb, like, seeing Shira in this look of absolute distress, looks at Leona with a look of like, oh, what happened this time? Like, this might be the first time Shira's ever seen Caleb grin at her displeasure.
She did a hand signal for like gnome dick and then like crossing her arms like it wasn't that. Something else.
Like holding in a laugh.
Oh, she makes the where you hold your fist to your head and you go and you do like mind blown. Like she points out at Shira and then does the mind blown thing.
He's just like, okay. Then he's just like, oh, where are my manners? Opens the door. Come on in, ladies, and is he with you?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
He's like, okay, lets him in, closes the door. As you guys are walking through the castle, Leona, you're kind of noticing the windows in the castle for a moment, just as the last light of the sun. Because as much as like that fight with the Orthros felt climactic, it probably didn't take very long, And it was sundown when you started leaving, so this is like last light, As it's
it was only
through,
a few rounds, and each round is 6 seconds, so.
Yeah. So like as the last light is coming through, you see like the colors of the windows. There's like different stained glass windows. There's like black and red, white and red, green, blue, just pretty colors as like the last stuff is leaving. You walk under a white and red one, you look over and you just see like a stained glass image of this powerful looking angel with red, like this powerful looking suit of armor and a big sword. You just hear your angelic guide just go, I'm just saying, that's a pretty sweet gig she must got.
Well, if you could sign me up for that.
He's like, that's what I'm working you to. And like, I'm just saying, if you were to embrace your destiny a little more, sometimes, occasionally, then maybe we could be on the path.
Yeah, well, looking after these losers too. Can't just abandon them.
I don't understand why you associate with them in the first place. You have business to attend to.
They're kind of nice once you get to know them.
No, I'll take you at your word on that. And it just leaves. You just take another moment to get this like battle-ready angel in the window. Just kind of shrug and keep walking as Shira just goes, now, Leona, let me get this straight. How long have I been the asshole? And that's what we'll call it.
Just like your whole life. The response would be, how old are you
again? Awesome.
And the 1,000. Whoop,
yes, whoop. The 1,000 thing. Let's talk about that for a split second. I know we put it different. Holy shit, you crazy people. We have over 1,000 downloads on this.
Woo!
So we're hosting 2 giveaways. One through Instagram and kind of Twitter, but mostly through Instagram because that's where we're more prevalent. And also one through our Discord server. Links to both those things will be down here. The instructions will be in a post on our Instagram and an announcement on our Discord server. And you'll be getting, if you win, a really cool set of dice from our lovely friend Cass, some pretty nifty stickers, and Shay, one of the amazing people who does art for the show, and also you may know them better as Rowan, is working on something for the winners, and it's really cool. I don't want to spoil too much because it is not ready yet, but it's so cool. So, yeah, if you're at all interested, hopefully we'll see you either on our Discord or on our Instagram. Thank you guys so much for listening to 2 people having a time for a hot minute.
Heck yeah.
And we'll see you later.